In a small clay house, tucked away where the desert winds whispered forgotten tales, lived a young man named Saalim. His world was one of sun-baked earth and simple truths, until the day he found it. Tucked behind a loose brick in the wall was a mirror. Its frame was gnarled wood, and its glass was a web of fractures, each crack holding a splinter of distorted light. As Saalim brushed away the dust, the cracks didn't just reflect his small room. They seemed to pulse with a faint, silvery glow. He reached out a curious finger, and the moment his skin touched the cold surface, the world dissolved. It wasn't a fall, but a gentle, weightless pull, as if he were a single grain of sand drawn into an impossible tide. The air grew cool and smelled of damp earth and blooming night flowers. His small clay house vanished from sight. Saalim found himself drifting in a realm painted with dreams. Below him, rivers of liquid starlight flowed upwards, branching into the sky like colossal, shimmering trees. Islands of green earth, draped with weeping willows, floated serenely in an endless twilight. The clouds weren't water vapor, but soft, glowing quilts of amethyst and gold, shifting and reforming with a silent, graceful rhythm. It was a world unburdened by gravity, a place where the rules of the waking world were merely suggestions. Awestruck, Saalim drifted through this breathtaking silence, a witness to a universe spun from pure imagination. It was here, amidst the floating gardens, that he met Lian. She was not made of flesh and bone, but woven from the very mist that drifted between the clouds. Her form was translucent, her eyes like twin pools of captured moonlight. She moved without a sound, her voice a soft chime that seemed to come from all directions at once. "You've come," she whispered, her words like the rustle of leaves. "The world has waited for you." She guided him through her ethereal home, showing him how to glide on the currents of light. Lian radiated a profound loneliness, and in her gaze, Saalim saw a desperate, unspoken plea for him to stay, to fill the beautiful emptiness of her world with his solid, breathing presence. As he wandered with Lian, Saalim began to see echoes of a life he thought he had lost. Draped over a low-hanging branch of a celestial willow was a woven mat, its patterns identical to the one his grandmother had spent a lifetime creating. Further on, tangled in the roots of a floating island, was an embroidered scarf, a perfect match to the one she always wore. Then, he saw her words, the very advice she had whispered to him as a child, etched in glowing script upon the face of a passing cloud. "Let your heart be your only map." A quiet understanding dawned on Saalim. His grandmother was here. He could not see her or touch her, but her essence was woven into the very fabric of this magical place. She was in the gentle drift of the clouds, in the strength of the floating trees, in the light that guided his way. This wasn't a world of ghosts, but a world of continuation, where love was not a memory, but a living landscape. The thought filled him not with sorrow, but with a profound and peaceful joy. She had not left him, she had simply found a new garden to tend. "Stay with me," Lian pleaded, her misty form shimmering with emotion. "You belong here now. We can drift among the stars forever." Her voice was a sweet, captivating melody, and for a moment, Saalim was tempted. But then, his grandmother's voice, clear as a silver bell, echoed deep within his own heart. "Freedom is not a place, my child, it is a journey." He looked at his hands, solid and warm, and then at Lian, a beautiful but captive spirit. He knew he could not be a part of her cage, no matter how beautiful it was. He chose the journey, he chose freedom. As Saalim made his choice, his body began to change. His hands grew transparent, his feet dissolving into swirling particles of light. He was becoming one with the mist, no longer a visitor, but a part of the world itself. Back in the small clay house, a crack of splintering glass echoed in the silence as the old mirror shattered, its pieces falling to the earthen floor like dull, lifeless stones. The portal was closed forever. That night, as the moon cast its pale glow over the desert, two new faces appeared among the familiar constellations in the sky. Formed from glowing, celestial clouds, the smiling faces of a young man and an old woman shone down, silent and serene, forever a part of the endless, wondrous night. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking and subscribing for more tales from beyond the veil. We'll see you again soon.